Hello fellow cinephiles, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today is Classic Movie Thursdays here on my channel, my version of Throwback Thursdays. Today's classic movie I will be reviewing for you is Sadie Thompson, which is a silent film from 1928. It stars Gloria Swanson, Lionel Barrymore, and it is directed by Raoul Walsh, who also happens to star in this movie as well. He plays Sadie's love interest, Tim O'Hara. So, the story of Sadie Thompson is, whoa, big shock, about a woman named Sadie Thompson, played by Gloria Swanson. And Sadie is on her way to some kind of place called Appia. She's coming from San Francisco and going to work for this company, this shipping thing, I believe, in a place called Appia. Unfortunately, her plans are put to a bit of a halt because the ship that she is supposed to be taking has come down with smallpox. So she is on an island called Pago Pago, which is in the middle of nowhere, but it has a nice little military base. So Sadie is a very, very beautiful woman, and all the men come and flock around her because they have not seen a white woman or man, as the title card says, in a very, very long time. So they just flock to Sadie as soon as they see her. She's teasing, she's flirting, she's having a good time. But unfortunately for Sadie, and unfortunately for the men, and probably the entire island of Pago Pago, there is a reformer on the island named Alfred Davidson, who's played excellently by Lionel Barrymore. And he does not like Sadie, and he has a lot of pull around the island. He personally knows the governor, and he goes around trying to convert everybody on the island and show them that they are full of sin. You know, like God is with him. He's such a holy man and all this. So he sees Sadie as like this absolute whore going around with all these men, bringing back all these soldiers. She's just looking for a good time. The soldiers are looking for a good time. They're looking for a pretty girl to just hang out with, and yeah, you know what, maybe get with, because they've been on this island that just constantly pours rain, buckets and buckets of rain. They need a little excitement, and Sadie is just looking for a good time. She was on this ship for a long time, and now she's gonna be stuck in this rainy island for quite a few days because the ship with the smallpox that she's supposed to be on is quarantined. And, you know, she has a good time for a while, and then Davidson starts to get on her case about her needing to repent, and you know how she's an evil woman, she's got a lot of devils in her, all this stuff, and he gets it out of her that she's wanted in San Francisco for something. She can't go back because they have somebody patrolling the ships to see if she's gonna come back. And Davidson's like, oh, you know, like he uses that as ammunition. He's like, I'm gonna totally get you now, I'm gonna send you back. And his religious views kind of get to her, and she wants to reform. She also wants to reform because she sees that Sergeant Tim O'Hara, as I said, is played by Raoul Walsh, is totally in love with her. She loves him. He's such a good guy. He doesn't care what she did in San Francisco. He just likes her for her. And she feels bad because she knows that he could do better. He's a very handsome guy. She actually nicknames him Handsome. And, you know, Davidson's religion, his Christianity, starts to get the better of her, and she's like, no, I'm reforming, I'm a different person now. And Tim tries to go and save her at first, and she's like, no, I'm a different person. The old Sadie's dead. No. But of course, this is a kind of love story, and it ends with Sadie and Handsome being together and going away to Sydney, which was his plan after his 4 weeks are up in his military duty. I probably did not explain this movie and make it sound at all remotely enticing to go watch, but trust me when I say that Sadie Thompson is one of the absolute greatest movies I have ever seen. I mean that in all sincerity. And I remember watching it for the first time. I actually watched it because my friend Allie had taken a music and film class one semester when we were in college. We were roommates together, and she came back to our dorm and was like, she said, "You've got to watch this movie. I just watched this really good movie. She's a feisty bitch, this lead character. She's wonderful. You would absolutely love her." And I managed to find the movie on YouTube, which I will put a link down below. And I just became obsessed with it. I thought it was so wonderful. I believe this was my first Gloria Swanson film. At the time that I first watched Sadie Thompson, I was just like really delving into classic movies, and this was like one of the first silent movies I really sat through and watched. I could not get enough of Sadie Thompson from beginning to end. It was just so good, and like just everything about it, the cinematography, the black and white is so beautiful. Gloria Swanson, she's one of those actresses that just looks absolutely stunning in black and white. And Raoul Walsh, his direction is so perfect, and this is like everything that I love about Raoul Walsh's direction, is that, you know, his actors were never dramatic. He never made them do anything over dramatic. Gloria Swanson wasn't over dramatic. As I said too, this movie was made in 1928, so it's a later silent. The acting was getting a little bit better, but Raoul Walsh, like, he just never pulled out very like over dramatic acting from his actors, and especially his actresses. And he did the same thing here with Sadie Thompson. Everybody did a fantastic performance. Lionel Barrymore is like so freaking creepy in this movie. And just the way the cinematography was, and Raoul Walsh's direction, and how he captured Lionel Barrymore's face, like his like, ooh, I'm gonna get her kind of face, like his evil face, and rubbing of his hands too in this. And I was just like, Lionel Barrymore is like the perfect bad guy in this. He's wonderful. You can see how Raoul Walsh, like, you can see how everybody was starting to get on each other's nerves. It's hot. They're all fanning themselves all the time. The rain is just coming down. They're always in close quarters, or they're always dripping wet. I really like that. And I liked how he just filmed everything. Every scene was just so perfect. A lot of the scenes between Sadie and Handsome were wonderful because they were so touching, you know. And it was nice to see that this guy was like, I like you the way I know you. I don't care what you've done in your past. This is how I like you, and I don't care what other people have to say. And he was like really willing. He did fight for Sadie, actually. He really did. He punched out Alfred Davidson, and it was wonderful. Sadie Thompson is based off of a short story and play by Somerset Maugham. The book was written, I believe, in the early 1900s, and I've read the short story. The short story is called Rain. Much different than the movie, and the movie is much different from the short story. But I like them both, and I think Sadie Thompson is just such a fantastic movie. It's such a fantastic story. Gloria Swanson, the whole cast was just beyond brilliant, beyond perfect. And what I like about this, I haven't watched Sadie Thompson in a really long time, and it's one of those movies that's been in my mind that I'm like, oh, this is such a great movie, I love this, it's so awesome, you know, it's one of the best movies. And then it's like sometimes when you have that built up in your mind, and then you go and watch the movies again, you're like, really? I thought this movie was that good that I'm gonna go brag about it all the time. Sadie Thompson is not like that. It just gets so much better and better every time I watch it. I pick up little things, I pick up little nuances in Gloria Swanson's acting and Raoul Walsh's directing, and the cinematography, just everything about it is so great. Sadie Thompson is just one of those films that if you are a film fanatic, you have to go and see. Even if you're just really into movies as an art form, anything, any way that you're into movies, even if you don't watch a lot of old movies, you need to watch Sadie Thompson. So I highly encourage you to click on that link and go watch it. It's so fantastic. The only unfortunate thing about Sadie Thompson is that the last few minutes of this film are missing. I believe they say at the beginning that there was only one print, and that print was missing a lot of the ending, but they were able to fill in some of the ending with stills that were in the collection of the actors, and then also fill in from the scripts. There are a few scenes here and there that were okay, and they did put in there, but it doesn't matter anyway. Just the rest of the story of Sadie Thompson, Gloria Swanson's acting, you know, don't let that missing ending you know, ruin the movie experience for you, because the stills are absolutely gorgeous. They're so beautiful, but it's like sad to think of like what could have been had those few minutes not have been lost. So that was my review slash definite rambling of Sadie Thompson. If you like this review slash ramble in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below if you have seen Sadie Thompson, if you really like Gloria Swanson, if you really like Raoul Walsh, whatever you want to discuss about Sadie Thompson or any of the actors, leave them there. Also in the comments, if you have any classic movies that you feel that I should watch, or any movies for that matter, doesn't matter if they're old or new, leave them there, and if I pick your movie and I watch it and I review it, I'll give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Let's Get Reelz movie reviews and Classic Movie Thursday reviews. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.